What's happening? What's happening? Man, it feel good to be back in the truck. What's happening? What's happening? We gotta discuss this, y'all. We gotta discuss this, man. So the man come down with the ruling for truckers. At first, I didn't know what it was gonna look like, right? But let me say this. First of all, glad to be back in the truck. Glad to have some motion back. Let me tell y'all, for all you new cats out there, when you want to do something, don't ever give up on it. Things gonna happen. Things gonna happen. You can bounce back. If I can bounce back, anybody can bounce back. So that's first and foremost. Shout out to Slick, man. Um, but we're gonna discuss this. I'll get and make some other videos um, detailing my path, man, and kind of what I've been through, and how I bounced back, and all of that. But we're gonna talk about this new law, these new rules with truckers. And when it first came out, I didn't know what to think. Right? Many people didn't. But I'm gonna take the last month and the amount of accidents, and I don't know if it just so happened or it can't be just so happened. The facts is the facts. Everybody had a problem with the foreigners, this, the foreigners, that, right? And as a person that done been able to travel the world, whatever. When you travel the world and you go to other places, give you an example. Malaysia. We've been on tour in Malaysia. We wanted to smoke some weed. And it's illegal, all right? But you still have people to smoke weed. When you're on tour, people do things for you that they don't do for everybody. So what they do is they use tobacco in the weed, right? Snoop Dogg would go crazy about this. But they mix their weed with tobacco. So when you're on the road, you're an artist, you do what you do, cool, you gotta get your tree by any means. So when you get it, it's tobacco in it. You're like, man, what is this? Right? My point is they don't allow it, right? Malaysia. Something else Malaysia don't allow. Like right now I'm in South Carolina. I'm in South Carolina. It's hot, it's humid. It ain't really hot, but it's humid, right? I'm from Cali. Glad I don't live there no more. But it's humid out here, right? It's humid. So in Malaysia, it's heavy. Everybody, it's like extreme Muslims, like authentic to the soil Muslims, right? Like traditional, inshallah, like it ain't Americanized, it ain't modern, it's to the core, right? So everybody covered up, face, head, toe, all you see is their eyes, right? Thinking about it crazy. But anyway, I remember like being on stage, take off your shirt, and a bunch of 4'5" cats come up, and they like in Malaysia, smoking weed, taking your shirt off, exposing skin. They don't give a damn who you are, right? They still cane people. Yes, They cane people still. So in certain places of the world, people think, oh, they don't do. Nah, it's 2025, and in some places of the world, they stone you still. They hang you still. They beat you. They cane you. You know what I'm saying? They electrocute you. But anyway, in Malaysia, they cane you, right? With a stick, they just beat you. Obviously, we wasn't going for that. But in order to not go for that, we had to follow the rules, right? So we couldn't smoke. You could put your shirt back on. All right, you got me, boss. You know what I'm saying? So when the rule came up, I didn't know really what to think about it. But I have worked for one of them Chicago companies. I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna show you settlements. I'm gonna put it on the glass for you, right? What they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So when you're in the U.S., you do as the U.S. The problem is, and this ain't, it's a trucking problem, but this the government, this the FMCSA, and they know it. It ain't like they don't know, but when people start dying like with anything else, then they got to start taking action, right? History shows us that. You know, if ain't nobody dying, they turn the other way. When people start dying, they got to do something. So they're going to make example out of the people that they start getting, right? So anyway, we had to not smoke, not take your shirt off. We had to follow the rules. In trucking over the last 5-6 years, and we're going to call it how it is. Out here, over here, we call it how it is. We call it what it is. You don't like it, hit the swipe. We ain't tripping, right? The Russians. There's a lot of Russians out here. Chicago area. And now they moving down to Florida. I can show you text messages they be hitting me. You want to get up out of here, right? So a lot of them Chicago companies going down to Florida trying to differentiate, like, hey, we ain't them. Yeah, you are. So it'll be one company like Super Ego, and they have 5 other companies up under that company. So you'll pick up a load, and they say, hey, pick this load up as Rocket, or pick this load up as Floyd, or pick this load up as Roscoe Bosco, right? All of their names is Slavic, Avik, Bosco, whatever, right? And they like American superstar name. Like you go to their office and they be like Michael Jackson, the girl Taylor Swift. They retarded, right? But anyway, that's what's happening with trucking. So all of these foreigners, and not just the Russians, a lot of Eastern Europeans, Bosnia, Croatian, all of that, right? It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that, right? So when you can't pass an understanding test, and I work for a carrier right now, right? Man, God good, I'm telling you, boy. Well, if you knew when you do what you do, man, just fly right, man. Don't you can't play both sides of the fence, man. That's a lesson, and I'll make a video on that. But so I'm in orientation, right? And I seen the first day like 2 or 3 cats, second day a few other cats. It wasn't that they couldn't speak English, right? So they can talk to you, but they wouldn't understand, right? So it's like, how many PSI in your drives? And it's like they couldn't really tell you my drive tires, I need, 110 PSI, or the tire depth, 430 seconds, 230 seconds. They couldn't articulate that, right? So the point being is that over the last 5 years, it's been a crazy uptake in numbers. You can look at COVID, how many trucking companies opened during COVID? Like the whole country shutting down, trucking going up, right? The problem is a lot of the Indians, they go to these truck schools, right? That pass them driving a stick shift like a car, for one. Now a lot of them just doing just flat out automatics. Mega carriers do it too. Trust me, mega carriers do it. I've seen people fail the road test at a big company and the people still pass it. I'm just saying. So they do it too, right? But they going out with a trainer, typically when you don't have your license. The problem with these Russians, Eastern Europeans, and the rest of them, right? The Ethiopians, the island people, is they have no experience. They go to a school for the low, right? Or these trucking companies will pay for it, and then they put them in a truck, and then they send them on their way, on their own solo, and they got them running double logs. Double log. Call, hey, I need a log. They got you. He go do it to the best. Offshore, Ego, all of them companies in Chicago and Florida. Half the time, if you had a load and you got to reload, you didn't even have to call. Like, you look down at your clock and you got a new clock. They tell you pull over and park. Log out, log back in. The FMCS know this. The problem with it is that these cats is running double logs. They all speed, and the trucks ain't no good. Every one of these lease purchases, I got video and photos from Super Eagle. I'm telling you. I picked up a trailer. I remember picking up a trailer, right? Before I was done, right before I was done trucking for a minute, right? Had to sit down. But I'm telling you, the trailer on the back axle had all the tires missing on the far back axle. And on the front axle, it only had 2 tires on one side. So it's brake drum shoes showing on 3 of the on 2 axles. Like, this is what's happening, right? So the equipment is trash anyway. So not only is the equipment trash, the drivers ain't got no experience. You put them on the road solo. They running double log. They running all night because they got to get some money. I was running 5,000 miles, $600. Not paid for 2-3 weeks. I had to go to the cat house, to his house in Chicago, like straight up. Went to his little girlfriend house because that's the address he had. He wouldn't answer the phone. 3 phones, he wouldn't answer. I showed up there. He was calling me. What's up, brother? Brother, no. What do you? Well, come on. Like the game, right? This is the game they play. So payroll always off. So you're getting rookie drivers. You're getting equipment that ain't roadworthy, right? Double logs. They don't got no experience driving. They hitting stuff at every dock. They can't slide their tandems. And now they speeding and killing people. But killing people ain't a foreign thing. Like, that's the thing about it that I didn't see coming. But if you look at all these accidents, I'm down here in South Carolina. I was just in Georgia. The one on 75, the one on 85. Like, these cats is just 70, 80 miles an hour smashing into people. That's what they doing. And drivers, the last thing we want is cameras in the truck. But cats like that, they helping pushing the cameras in the truck. I got one in here. I hate it. It beep all day. Lens obstructed. They say they don't look in here. Well, if you ain't looking in here, why are you saying the lens obstructed? You know what I'm talking about? So, but cats like that gonna make all these insurance companies, DOT, FMCSA, that's gonna be the new norm. So I'm all for it. Get them out of here. You say what you want to say, get them out of here. It's probably 100,000 of them, easy, in Chicago area alone, Florida alone. Lease purchase. Hey, I got a lease purchase, buddy. Wait 2 weeks to get paid, buddy. 3 weeks to get paid, buddy. Pay escrow, buddy. You have a breakdown and it's still coming out your check. Well, what's the escrow for? And they don't pay your escrow. So, hey, I'm with it. I'm with it all. I'm with it all. But the FMCSA could do a whole lot more. Go to their addresses, lock them down. And when I was in Cali, they got the little death rule, the little AB, whatever it's called. They start registering trucks after a certain year. Like now it's probably 2013, 14 and older. They won't even register them. They flag them. DOT can do that to all these truckers. And you don't want to see them single nobody out because, you know, the whole point of you being in the U.S. is for the freedom, but that shit dead anyway, right? That's the whole point. Flag them up. Go in the system, and I'm going to say this, and some people going to get mad, some people will have a problem, but just look at the accidents that's happening. Go in the system. If you got any trucking company, and you from over there, we looking into it ASAP. Even if you legal, cool. We looking at your trucking company. I want a number, truck number, registration, and all your drivers. Any of them, we out of here. Out of there. Just telling you. When people start dying, they start moving. So don't get mad at the people like me. Get mad at the cats that's running into people, because that could be my mama. That could be my boy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I ain't mad at the situation, man. Get them out of here. I'm telling you. They got the brokers. They got the trucks. They got the freight. So it's going to make room anyway. Maybe it'll make freight go up. At least the rates a little bit. Because they killing it right now. They killing it right now. They worse than the mega carrier. They taking low freight. All they do is C.H. Robinson. That's it. C.H. Robinson. I'm going to show y'all some settlements. I'm going to show y'all some settlements in the kind of money you make for running 5,000 miles. Straight up. I'm going to show it to you. But, man, I'm your boy, man. Glad to be back in the truck, man. Let me tell you, man. Whoever out there, I don't care what you're going through, man. When you want to do something, stick to it. And if you blessed like I was, man, to still fall on your feet. Fall on your feet. Once you get your L's, you can have them forever. Even when you think you can't, man. Even when they take them from you, man. I'm telling you, you'll get them back. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. So, I'm out, man. I'll hit y'all with another video. Salute. I'm out, man. I'm going to hit y'all with another video. Salute. It's 18 Realin'.